Right, today we have some information regarding the iPhone 14 series, and no, I did not make a mistake, I actually do mean iPhone 14, since Minchi Kuo believes that, hey, we know everything about the iPhone 13, so why don't we move on to the iPhone 14 and everything we should expect? And guys, I can't lie, there are some juicy upgrades in store, and so let's delve into all of this, but first, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumors. And with that being said, let's just tuck in. Right, so beginning with the biggest change for the iPhone 14 series, and that is there will not be a mini version of the iPhone 14. So obviously we all know the iPhone 12 mini isn't doing as well as expected. In fact, Apple has actually ended production for the iPhone 12 mini due to low sales, and so if you do want a mini iPhone, you have the iPhone 13 mini as your last chance to get a mini flagship iPhone, and then after that you really have no other option, and so you better hold on to your iPhone 12 or 13 mini for many years to come. Now you may be wondering that if Apple's getting rid of the mini size, does this mean they're going back to 3 iPhones in the lineup? Well, actually no, because apparently we're seeing a 6.7-inch base iPhone, so a 14 and a 14 Max, and then a 14 Pro and a Pro Max alongside it. Now guys, I can't lie, this 6.7-inch iPhone 14 Max sounds like the dream iPhone for me, because I do like the bigger size of the iPhone Pro Max, but I don't need the Pro features and the additional price that comes with it. Also, when I was temporarily using an iPhone 12 Pro Max, the weight was a massive issue because it's a large phone that uses stainless steel, and so this would be something the iPhone 14 Max could fix because it would be a bigger version of the regular iPhone, and so you get the bigger screen but with the lighter aluminium body. And also the best part of the iPhone 14 Max has to be the price, because Minchi Quote does say it should be under $900, and personally I do see Apple moving the regular 6.1-inch size back to $699, much like the iPhone 11, and so the 14 Max could be $799, and so $800 for a 6.7-inch iPhone with amazing battery life like the Pro Max, and of course that much lighter body, sounds like an amazing phone that I can't wait to buy. Anyways, let's now move on to some other upgrades we should see with the 2022 iPhones, and that begins with an all-new 48 megapixel main sensor. Obviously megapixel count isn't everything, but because this will be a much larger sensor, this will allow for number one, way more detail. In fact, Samsung phones with their much larger sensors use pixel binning, and I'm not gonna pretend like I know what that means, but basically this allows for more detail and basically reduces noise, and so when you zoom into those Samsung images, they just capture way more data, and so yes, this could literally fix the main issue with the iPhone right now, which is zoom. Zoom on the iPhone compared to the competition kinda sucks, and so giving the iPhone a much larger sensor that collects more data is obviously going to improve the zoom by a radical amount. And also do remember there are leaks about the 2022 iPhone gaining periscope zoom lenses, and so yes, I do think zoom is about to get a major upgrade on the iPhone. Now let's move on to some disappointing news, and that is Touch ID won't be happening on this year's iPhone. Instead, it's been pushed back for the iPhone 14. Now yes, I am happy that Touch ID is eventually making a return on the iPhone, but of course, there were a lot of rumors pointing towards Touch ID coming this year, and I do think, especially right now, where COVID is still a thing in many countries, this feature on the iPhone 13 not only would have made a ton of sense, but also could have been a massive incentive for people to upgrade. And yes, I know some of you guys might say the lack of Touch ID really isn't a huge issue because we do have the ability to unlock your iPhone with your Apple Watch, but of course I don't have an Apple Watch, and I'm assuming a majority of Apple's iPhone users don't have an Apple Watch, and so honestly I don't think that's a valid excuse as to why Apple should not give us Touch ID. Because I'll be honest guys, there really is no other feature that intrigues me with the iPhone 13. For example, the smaller notch is something I don't care about, since the notch never really bothered me to begin with. And as for the other upgrades like the camera improvements, the slightly larger batteries, 120Hz on the Pros, those are nice features, but they're not substantial enough to get me to upgrade. And so yes, I'm a little gutted. I think the iPhone 13 without Touch ID is gonna be pretty boring. So yeah, let me know in the comments below, is it a bummer the iPhone 13 won't have Touch ID? Anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumors. Check out the video in the icon above about details regarding the iPhone 13. And on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya, peeps.